Things are never the same 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, or even 6 months into a relationship. Most of the time, the value of your partner decreases, even if it's a small bit, but rarely does it increase. And the number one reason to cause that is the reduction in our tolerance level for our partner's shortcomings and flaws. Most of the time, this is something you are aware of. You were aware of this while you were getting into the relationship. However, now since the novelty has worn off and the real relationship is unfolding in front of you, you start noticing problems. And so, what do? You set out to either fix those problems or avoid them. Both cases will lead to a breakup or a separation or even a divorce. So, what do you do then to stop them from continuing to stress you out? Let's understand that all relationship wins and losses are stemmed from the lack or the display of these two nutrients, love and affirmation. So, the first reason that's causing discomfort or stress or even disrespect in your relationship is the lack of the display of love and affection. Many relationships don't show the love that it requires. Relationships have different levels of intimacy, spiritual and physical. If partners have been childhood sweethearts, their requirements for display of affection and understanding would be at a much higher level than those who are, say, 3 years dating and just married. Over time, love fades, and that is sad. One reason is that lots of times both men and women take pride in being tough with their partner's emotions, privately tough with their emotions, and publicly tough with their emotions. So here's how you avoid all the discomfort and get rid of all the unnecessary confusion just by adding a few simple things into your life. Okay? If your partner specifically wants you to do things a different way and it isn't really that much of an assignment, do it. Do you know how much stress you would be removing from the relationship? If she has mentioned for you to open the door for her, or treat her like a lady, or hold her hand while walking in public, even in passing or as a joke, she said it. Is it that hard to do? Do it. Even if she finds it odd at first, that small gesture of yours will remove so much of her stress indirectly. Everything is connected. Every vein, every chemical discharge, every mood imbalance is connected. Doing such a small act will go a very long way. Maybe she's into books and you hate reading. How special would it be if you just ordered a book for her that you think she'd enjoy? Do you know what brand of toiletries she's uncomfortable with? Do you know if any body cream or any hand lotions give her allergies or any reactions? Have you paid attention to these small things? If he wants you to sit close to him in a public space or even on his lap or just hang out with him on the sofa, do it. What's the big deal? That's what he's feeling at the moment, so just do it. If he likes you to wear something specific, wear it. It's not demeaning, it's not degrading. He's your man. Wear it. Maybe he likes something you're least interested in. Maybe he likes gymming or playing sports. Get him a protein shake every once in a while, or at least know which brand he uses. We neglect the little things that make the biggest differences. We do so many things daily to create little stresses in our partner's lives. They are so petty, but over time they build up and then have devastating results. You see, we let our egos get in the way, and then what we think as self respect is actually selfish. Okay? Trust me. Trust me, no man who is married to a woman will sit around with his boys and say, I hope she makes me chase her. That phase is over. Okay? You need to be clear about your requirements and your wishes from him. If you need intimacy, start it. If you're upset, state it. If you are happy, show it. Okay? The reality is he already won you once, and it was probably very exhausting. Now, why would he want to chase you all over again? You've already been down that road, you and him. And no woman who is married to a man will sit around with her girls and say, maybe he comes home stressed out today, so I can calm him down, give him the advice and the love that he needs, and fix his mood and become his hero. That phase is over. Okay? You don't have to go to her and spill all your beans for her to help you pick them up. That was fun in the beginning so that you could get to know each other's lives better. But by now, you should understand that she has her own problems to think of, and a woman would love nothing more than a man who has figured out all his problems and can now solve hers. Okay? Don't make her worry about you not fulfilling your commitments. Don't make her remind you of what needs to be done because then that starts to sound like nagging. And then the fights begin. You've already been down that road, you and her. So just remember, men don't want to chase after they already won you. Men get past that. Chasing becomes annoying for men. And women don't want to fix all the problems anymore. Flaws in their man doesn't appeal to a woman in real life and real relationships. We've all gotten past that and we are all so invested into the relationship now. Nothing should matter anymore. Contrary to how we have been indoctrinated to believe that men should be tough and do all the chasing and not show weakness to the partner. And the woman is more submissive and committed if the man is strong, opinionated, and financially grounded. Truth be told, men are very happy and appreciative when the woman shows him that she loves him and she wants him. It puts her in a position of power and not weakness. Trust me. And most women are actually very happy when the man is humble and soft and would prefer him bringing home nothing but a great attitude rather than an expensive gift along with a terrible mood and anxiety. Okay? So leave out the myths and focus on being real so that there is no unrequired stress in your relationship anymore. Next, the most important one, affirmations. A lot of relationships, especially the ones that are older, lack affirmation and empathy and validations. Okay? Everything becomes a cycle, and so everything is taken for granted. Neither one partner takes the time to pause and say, hey, wait, you're doing a lot here. It doesn't happen. Let's say you work at a company where it's your job to do certain things every day for your colleague or your boss. I don't know, organize their paperwork or ensure you send the daily 50 memos or keep the store spotless. Whatever it may be, let's say you do that every day, and whenever you do it, your boss or your colleague has something to say, but it's never a thank you. Maybe the comments go something like, I'll leave it there, or well, you're 10 minutes late, or I can't understand this handwriting of yours. Even though that is your job and you have to do it right, but every day you get more and more demoralized from doing something that is your exact job description. Now turn that scenario around and picture your boss saying, thanks, bud, every single day. That's it. No compliment, no nothing, just a small smile and a thanks, bud. Just that simple gesture of appreciation pushes you to do your job even more efficiently. Okay? Now put those mechanics into your relationship. For the cooking and the cleaning and doing the laundry and paying off the bills and taking care of the cars and the driveway and the trash and the mall and. When did you stop and say this to your partner? Hold on a second. You need a big hug. You need a big thank you. You need a big kiss for doing your job because when you do your job, it allows me to do my job. You see, we humans, We take people for granted on their kindness. So clearly, we will take people for granted on their obligations also. But really, should we be doing that? Is a little word of encouragement going to reduce you? That's all it takes, really, to remove stress from relationships. Just a few encouraging words, just a little bit of validation, just some affirmation. Sometimes your partner may be insecure, not in a crazy way because that's a problem, but in a cute way. You could say both men and women do that sometimes. Your girl might just turn around and ask you if you were looking at another woman. These moments can be the perfect moment for you to build trust, to build romance, affection with your partner. All it takes is for you to say, if you are my one and only, then I should not be interested in anyone else's love or affection or approval. My eyes won't need to lure around searching for an answer to heal my heart because my heart is yours. It sounds very corny, right? But guess what? This helps bring romance back. The same romance that you both keep complaining isn't there anymore. But what do we do instead? What do we do when our partner gets a bit inquisitive? We blame them for being suspicious and narrow minded. If one person in the relationship is causing a stressful situation, the other shouldn't add to it, but rather tackle it, like in the example I just gave. Learn to smile in your relationship. If you aren't smiling, then smile. A simple act of smiling releases serotonin in your brain, which makes you feel great. Okay? But guess what? And this is the head spinner. It releases serotonin in the brain of the person receiving the smile as well. How great is that? But that's not it. The observer of someone giving or receiving a smile or giving or receiving an act of kindness also releases serotonin. So if you have kids or family in the house, neighbors, all will release serotonin, which will enhance their day only because they observed you smiling. Life has so much goodness to offer, so don't get stuck in the rut of negative and toxic habits. Okay? Mainly, which is being caused by your ego. Show more love and affection to your partner. Validate them and affirm them whenever you can. Calm down so that your relationship can calm down and everything will be okay. Be safe, be positive, take care of each other, understand each other, and keep taking those steps forward.